Okay, welcome and thank y'all for reviewing this. I just want y'all to know I received this letter today, which is July the 8th. The letter was originally written on the 21st, I think, and was supposed to be mailed out in May. I was already evicted from the home on May 20th. So, several things here. This is the actual bill that's finally made it to me that they turned over to collections. And as at the top of the letter, you'll see here, it was revised on June 15th. June 15th, they revised it. That's after they already knew a forwarding address for me and my phone number. They already knew my phone number, but they already knew a forwarding address that I'd already given them, but yet they still intended to send a letter to Right Drive. Believe me, that's unreal. I give them the forwarding address to where they send anything to, any communication. I wrote it on their site. I keep copies of that. Everything I've done, I've made copies of it. And I've got other people looking at the same copies. In this thing here, these charges they've come up with, it's bogus charges, to tell you the truth. They got a total down there, total deduction, total deduction is $4,276.73, and deposits, minus deposits of $941. So it gives it $33.35 as a balance. Well, let me know I don't add. I'll tell you this, I know it's bogus. Okay, one, down in through there, if you look through, you enlarge this a little bit, you'll see several things in here. One, first thing comes with that, it comes something to mind to me, is a living room. I had curtains in the living room belonging to my mother, my deceased mother, that was never received. They were on blinds, on a blind rod that was given to me because the home had no rods in it at all. There were no curtain rods in the home when we moved in on our inspection report. And that's there. So any rods that were left, they was not returned to me at all. Even the ones that were ours were not returned to me. Interesting. So I guess I should charge them for my blinds too, and my curtains that I didn't receive. They kept my mother's curtains in that home and blind rods that were not theirs. They did not belong to that company. Might add, going down the list, there's also got a kitchen door. Well, you got the curtain rods all through the kitchen, the dining room, living room, the bedrooms. There were not any curtain rods that belonged to Turman Realty in that entire house. Those were not given to me that was mine back anyway. They kept them, along with the curtains, as I just said. Also, they mentioned there was a screen door damage from the kitchen. That's also on the report from when we moved in. The screens were damaged. I guess they're trying to get money to replace it now. We're going down the list a little bit here, y'all. Spray for fleas. There were no fleas in that home. And then they got down here, bathroom vanity cabinet, shelf missing. There never was a shelf. Of course it's going to be missing. It was missing on my report too. There was no shelf. How are you going to replace a shelf that wasn't even there? You can't charge me for that. Repairs. I got replaced carpet. Really? You need to replace the carpet after I spent 3 months digging on my hands and knees? And I can have people vouch for that because they've seen it firsthand. I was in there taking carpet paint off of the carpets where the painters, who unprofessionally did not know how to paint a home, scattered paint droppings all through the house. And I do have pictures of that from when I moved in. So now you can also see the pictures of when I moved out. I have those too. So I know what the carpets look like. They were not in bad shape to the point that they need to charge me for an entire house of carpet. That's bull crap. That's just another technique to approach to get a tenant to pay for stuff that they don't want to buy and then put it on their credit report and damage their credit because of this crap. Yeah, Turman, I got you, brother. All right. Repaint the home. Really? You never painted it before I moved in, so why wasn't it done then? So now you want to charge me to paint it? I don't think so. I ain't gonna pay that. Refrigerator door was damaged. Yes, that was made note of my report. The door was damaged and there was no ice maker. Oh, don't want to go slip by and revise that, but there ain't no ice maker in there. Somebody took it out, right? That wasn't there to begin with, and the door was already damaged. That's on my report too. Laundry room light globe. Now, that whole light fixture had to be replaced. It had a pull string on it. Pull string came loose one day, and the globe itself, the glass globe that went on it, needed to be replaced because it did burst. That I will admit. I didn't replace the globe, but I replaced that whole unit with a pull string on it and put another one back up there because it fell apart. So, which that was never done. That job was never done completely like it was supposed to be done, because I got pictures where they put an outlet in on the wall by the door entrance. They never wired it up. So the maintenance guy said, hey, you'd wire that up for me. You do that while you're here. Well, you know what? Y'all ain't paying me to do that. You ain't taking off my rent. That's obvious. But you want to charge me for it. You know, it's like the damages to my washing machine that they did when they tore the wall out, hitting it with a hammer and nails and putting holes in the hose and scratches all over it. It's a fairly new washing machine and dryer. No excuse, guys. Sorry. Refrigerator doors, I said. Laundry room. Went over the globe. Yes, I'll admit the globe needs to be replaced. It ain't no more than $5 or $6. I've already priced it, so I know better than that. You got to change the locks. What they already had the keys anyway. I only had one key to the entire house. Only one key, and that's what they got back. There were no copies. Never were no copies. Believe me, you can ask the co-tenant that used to live there. There was no keys. And the back door, we couldn't even unlock it or lock it anyway. And they knew about that because the maintenance guy used to come over and couldn't get through the front door because the chain was up. He'd come through the kitchen door trying to get in. Just knock, just come on in. Anybody answer, you just walk right on in. You don't know if I know at home or not. So that's what he did. And then we go down to a little total. He's got total deficiencies. Oh, yeah, clean home and appliances. Had that charge on there. Total deduction is $1,400 some odd dollars. Going down, then you got eviction fee. You want to charge me to evict me? I don't think so, pal. Repair bill? Repair bill. That's for a door that there was never a maintenance job built. No maintenance job, a work order was filled out for that door. And what he's got down here now, $228.93. Let me go through that real quick. I got pictures of the door before. Once the gentleman that put his hand through the front part of the door, and part of the back door was already damaged by the co-tenant with a bat in the room, hitting everything. You can hear it on the video, which I have a copy of that. So the guy that come over there tried to talk to her. He tried to knock on the door, slammed the door. That's why his wrist or his fist put a dent in the door, a hole in the door. And I priced it. I said, well, it'll be $41 at Lowe's. You go pick it up. I'll put it on there. Well, no problem. All I had to do is swap the locks, take the hinge loose, put a new door up, put it back on. It's problem solved. Instead, somehow, maintenance guys coming out to replace the part on the tub that they end up charging me for. There is wear and tear. You know about wear and tear of a home? Those things the realtor takes care of, not the tenant. Wear and tear. The knob was stripped out. The place stopped. Not why he was there. He said, oh, what happened to his door? So as he comes back, take a bunch of pictures of it. Oh, we got to replace the whole thing. Well, you know what? The frame on it's still busted. I got pictures of that. I have posted those up before. Frame's still busted. The door put up there is not the way it's supposed to. If you look on the hinges and you look on the side, you gap the way they hinged it off, it's not right. And they put the same old doorknob back on there. You ain't charging me for no doorknob. You're not charging me to put it all that crap you added to it and busted. The door does not even close. When he put it up there, it opened all the way up because he cut off a piece of a door he put up there. Then he had to nail it back and then put it back up there and try to get it to stay up there by those hinges. So the hinge slid way out from where it's supposed to be on the door. So it actually comes to, but it still don't close. You still can't close the door, and the hinge on the thing will lock up. You can't lock the door. You just can't close it all the way now. But before when you hit it, opened all the way up, all the way out to the hallway. So you had to put a piece back on it because you cut it too short. Yeah, real professional job there. Which I got those pictures. I got all that. I've got all the pictures of anything they've done in a home. The damage to carpet, the laundry room, anything tore up the tub, sink, anything that they had to come out or I made a report on. Oh, I got it. I covered my butt. Next thing I want to go over, they got eviction fee. Like I said, they charged me to evict me. A repair bill, which we just discussed. Late fees. They're going to charge me late fees after they evicted me. Because it's not paid after you evict me? No, sir. I don't think so. The judge told the lady who was representing, I think it's his granddaughter, and he was in court. He asked her, he said, is there anything that he owes this company? Words out of her mouth was, no, sir. We got our house back on 4 or 5 days ago. So we're good. He's clear. He's clear. All right. That right there tells you I'm clear. There's no bills, nothing owed, nothing due. Other than the fact that May's rent wasn't paid because it was in my pocket. They wouldn't accept it because I had a appeal in municipal court on the thing they were trying to get me for on the dispo warrant. So they couldn't accept my money. They wanted me to retract my statement, but they couldn't give me anything in writing. They was going to work with me. It was all to cover up. Also, let's see. Court costs. They want to charge me for the court costs. Pet fee. Pet fee? That matter's already been resolved. They took that out of my rent money. It wasn't even my dog. I give them a letter telling them I was not responsible for that debt. The tenant moved out, notified me in March. I paid April's rent. They took that automatically out of my rent money for the month. Okay, you done that so you can charge me late charges on the rent charge. And then you told me that day, oh, you still got to pay rent and you're going to have late fees. Oh, now you're going to slap me with late fees after I just paid my rent and it wasn't late. So because you took out $300. I think that was smart, wasn't it? I made note of it. Also, no 30-day notice. Well, my Lord, where's the 30-day notice coming in? If you evict me on the 20th illegally and hadn't been served to go to a hearing that I didn't know anything about, only I knew about was going to court on May 25th, which you wasn't there. Somebody else was, and nobody was there. That was it. Lady and me. There was nobody else there. No witnesses on my behalf. Nobody on their behalf. No maintenance guy. None of the people's there. Just that lady. So she was asked about that. She told him what the judge told her what he had to do, and that's inquired about the deposit. He said that they had 30 days to respond to that. I made sure they had my phone number and they had an address. 30 days come up, they had not responded. So therefore, they didn't do what the judge said either. So, and I made note of that. I wrote him a letter. I said, look, you need to let me know something. They didn't do anything. So there's no need for the 30-day notice charge because you evicted me. Trying to get money for nothing and put it on my credit file. Next thing, rent due to the company. Oh, how could that possibly be if I owe you any rent money? The only money I owed was in May, and the court order, you evicted me. So you got somebody to legalize an eviction that wasn't legal because I wasn't there and wasn't even notified. How you going to do that? I wasn't notified of no hearing. If I had, I'd been noticed. I would have been there. See, you started that, you wanted a hearing on May 13th, what I'm understanding. On between May 13th and the time it's supposed to wait to court on May 25th. Your employees discussed with me several times on the phone. Nobody mentioned anything about a hearing. Nobody. All they want to do is we can go retract the statement. So nobody's making an attempt to solve a problem, which I was trying to rectify, but y'all couldn't put anything in writing. This is Turman Realty Company for you here. Early termination fee. Yeah, early termination fee. Oh, what? An early termination? That's the whole month of rent. So they're trying to collect the month of rent that I owed when they evicted me. Plus, they're trying to get me for a rent due, and there wasn't anything due but that month. And they're going back to the dog thing. And then they got down to a dog fee, trying to charge for a dog fee again. All right. Total deduction there, $4,276. Deduct the deposits, know what you got. And then at the bottom, and turns around a little bit. If you read this bottom part of this letter, talking about the dates of it. Okay, I got the letter today. Effective today. For me, because I got it today. As if you notice, they can't go by when they wrote it, because at the top it said revised. They did it, got another date on it, and I know it wasn't done on the 15th of June, because they might have done this one on the 15th of June, but the initial one wasn't, because I've got the post office copy of where they sent out a letter that I had not received yet. So, and then I somehow did a forwarding. Which is this here. It can't be this. It's been redone. The letterhead has been changed. It's got on here 15th of June up here. Yeah, 15th of June's up in the letter. Yeah, this one has 15th of June. There's where I had forwarding, all that. And it's done. I'm just now receiving it today. So, guys, I just want y'all to see what's going on with the company. And this is not the only company in Columbus that's doing the same thing. You got other realtors out there that are faulty, that are fake, and they're out for money, and they're greedy. And they're going to do anything for $1. If it means putting you out of your home and your children, if you have children, but they're not working with people, they don't care about people. I've heard they've been doing this for 40 years. This is one company. 40 years they've been ripping people off, charging them for everything. Well, you know what? I got charges too. For 3 months, I sit down trying to get all that paint out of the carpet. I didn't bother to write anything up for y'all. But now I've already started on that. There is going to be an invoice. And I'm going to turn yours into it too. Everything I've done for that company. I didn't have to clean that carpet. I didn't have to scrape that paint up out of the carpets. I had to wash walls. I did that when I moved in. And the co-tenant was doing the same thing too. She went to the kitchen. Because she cleaned up that kitchen. She's the one that told me about everything that was damaged in that kitchen. Things were missing. She's not even sinking. You know, for a fact, they don't mention that when we moved in, it's supposed to be move-in ready, right? All right. It wasn't move-in ready because we couldn't even use the wash machine, or we couldn't even wash dishes in the sink. Why? Because the plumbing was backed up and had obviously it was broke. It wasn't working. So we were advised to wash the clothes in the tub. We were advised to wash the dishes in the tub. It went on for 2 weeks before it actually got fixed. And then you know what? It still wasn't fixed because there was still water leaking in the wall because it was coming up the floor, through the tile, and damaged the tile, cracked the tile in the laundry room, in the entrance of the laundry room, all the way into the kitchen by the kitchen door. And those I have pictures of too. So, Turman, I hope you enjoy yourself, Buck. It's going to be a long haul on this one. I'm not giving up.